everyone, welcome back to my channel, Ottb.Studios. I thought a fun way to start off this year would be going over Breyers' new 2026 releases for their regular run line. So I created a tier list. My different categories are Coming Home With Me, Love But Won't Buy, It's Alright, Not For Me, and Absolutely Not. I only collect thoroughbreds. So for me, a lot of these models, I like how they look, I like the molds and stuff, but they just won't be added to my collection. Anyways, let's get started. The first model is the 2026 Year of the Fire Horse for the Chinese Zodiac calendar. His name is Yan Wu, and he's on the Animar mold. I honestly love this guy. I'm not a big deco person, and I don't collect Spanish horses, but I, for some reason, really like this mold. I don't know what it is. I think it's his neck, maybe. And that's this guy. So I'm gonna put him in Love But Won't Buy. I just think he's cool looking, and I love that he's glossy too. I think the gloss really makes the red pop, and brings the metallic sheen out. So yeah, that's where he's going. Then we have Betsy and Ross, who are celebrating the 250th anniversary of America. I am gonna put them in Not For Me. Actually, I'm gonna put them in Absolutely Not, and my reasoning for this is I am really not a fan of the mare molds, the new Mustang mare, and the foal, it's not even her foal, it's the Andalusian foal, which I honestly like, but I don't like the colors. I don't like the designs. I think they look really cheap. I like clearwear models, but these guys just aren't for me. With the state of how America is right now, I'm not feeling very patriotic, let's just say. So yeah, they're staying in Absolutely Not. They are ones that I really don't like. We're gonna move past that and go on to the next one, which is Apolitical Jess, who is on the Geronimo mold. He's gonna go in It's Alright for me. I'm really not a fan of this mold. I think it's so overused and a little cartoony looking. That being said, I am happy they're doing a portrait of a racing quarter horse and not a halter stock type, which I really don't like and have a lot of issues with, but the racing type is cool, and I love his chestnut color. Honestly, I am not usually a fan of chestnuts, but this guy's color looks great. His shading looks so nice, and I really like that he has birdcatcher spots, because I don't really think they've done a horse, or a portrait horse at least, with that before, so that's pretty cool. And then we have, this one's, I'm just gonna embarrass myself saying this, but is it Jaquel Hilton? Something like that. Jaguel? I don't know. He is a Criollo stallion, and his color is okay. I'm gonna put him in Not For Me, because I honestly am not a fan of gray horses. I know that that's probably a controversial take, but I just don't like them. I like really dark dapple grays, but I don't like light grays really. Flea bitten gray is my least favorite color in horses. But for this guy, I think his coloring is nice enough. I hate the mold. I do not think it looks anything like a Criollo. It's way too light. It's not anatomically correct. His face just is not Criollo. It's way too flat. I'm really not a fan of the mold, so he's going in Not For Me. And then we have the 7th model in the Ideal series, which is the Pinto Saddlebred. I'm so tired of this mold. It's also going in Not For Me. I really do not like the Saddlebred mold, the Hamilton mold. It's probably out of the molds that have come out in the last 10 years, I'd say he's one of my least favorites. I just really do not like saddlebreds or really gaited horses in general, or at least American gaited breeds I don't like. I do like his bay color though. Bay is my favorite color in horses, and I think he looks really nicely shaded. But again, another Bay Tobiano, we have, I think in the past 2 years I've had 4 or 5 Bay Tobianos. I don't know, it's just really not for me. But on a better note, the next one is Pluto Gratia, something like that. Gratia, who's a Lipizan stallion. I am a big fan of Spanish horses. Like I said, I really like the Animar mold, and I also really like this guy. He's coming home with me because I solely want to paint this mold. I love it. I think it's so beautiful. And even though I won't have it in my own collection, I just want to buy like 3 of them to paint. In terms of the model itself, I feel like they skimped out a lot on the shading. He looks kind of like plain white to me. He doesn't have any shading in his muscle detail or, on his face or in his mane and tail. He just pretty much looks stark white, and I think they really missed the mark on that. They had prior releases who were solid grays, like Get Rowdy, and he has muscle detailing and shading, so I don't really understand why this guy isn't shaded, because the mold itself is really so nice, and it's the no stand version, which I love. Yeah, I mean, the paint job is lackluster, but I love the mold, so yeah. And the next one is Gigi Kiss Me Kate, who's on the new Vanner mold. She's going in It's Alright for me. I will probably get one to paint at some point, but it's not my favorite mold. I really don't like long manes on horses, like any type of horse, and she has a really freaking long mane, a lot of hair. Like, I am a thoroughbred person, I'm a sport horse person, and that is just too much hair for me. And I think that her color is really just boring, a flat black, and her socks aren't masked off, and I'm assuming that's because it's feathering, so they want it to look kind of gradient and whatever, but it kind of just looks cheap. And her eyes, looking at the picture, just look like black and white, so she's literally just like a black and white horse. I just think it's kind of disappointing because we know that they can do so much more, and I get that they're regular run models, but when you have a horse that's shaded as nice as the Hamilton, and then you come out with the Lipizaner and the Gypsy, it's like, what are you doing? And the next one is Thorin, who's like the unicorn for this year, and I honestly love the Shenandoah mold, but he's also going in Not For Me because the colors just really don't look good together. I feel like if they wanted to do the silver coloring for the body, they should have done a darker mane and tail color. It shouldn't have been such like a bright, light blue and purple. I think if anything, they should have made him solid white, like metallic, holographic, and then left his mane and tail that color. Or they should have made him like a glossy metallic black. I think that would have looked so cool. But these colors together, they don't look good, and it's a shame because this mold is so nice, and it's literally Breyers' best draft mold in my opinion. So seeing the color kind of ruin it is rough. And then we have the Animal Run. I'm gonna put it in It's Alright. It's the Black Baron Cub set. I never really collect the other animals, but I think this set is cute. I really like black bears. I think they're adorable. And I'm glad that they're, not just doing horses. Last year they had the bull. So it's good to see that they're doing other things. The next one is Fuego. And I have beef with this horse, even though I'm putting him in Coming Home With Me because I collect the Altanai mold or Aquatique, whatever you want to call it. To me, it passes well enough as a race fit thoroughbred, so in my mind, it's fine to collect. I think the colors do represent a dragon well, with the burning embers type look. So I think they did well with that, but dragons are not Halloween. I am a very alternative person, I guess. I grew up listening to My Chemical Romance. I dyed my hair black. I was wearing black emo clothes. That was me growing up. And I've always loved Halloween. My family's huge on Halloween, and dragons are not Halloween. I'm sorry. So it kind of hurts seeing him as a Halloween horse. We could have done something else. I mean, I think it's a cool design. Like, I don't have anything against dragons, but it's just not Halloween. The next one had me freaking screaming when I saw it, and that is Holiday Homecoming. For those of you who know me, I have an obsession with the Emerson mold. There's probably something wrong with me, but that's okay. I have like 60 of them right now. I'd say like 15 of them are being customized, and the rest of them are on my shelf. I love, love, love this mold. He is my favorite mold, and he's in such a cute metallic gray color. And I know I said I'm not a huge fan of grays, but this guy, I'm assuming, is just going to be like that TB Trueno from a few years ago. And I think that will look great on him. I saw a few people being like, oh, he might look like Crane, whatever, but he looks nothing like Crane. Crane is a chalky, dappled gray, and has a lot more detail than this one, obviously, because he's a run of 375 and this guy's like a regular run. So yeah, they look completely different, and the outfit is great. I am not a fan of tacky Christmas decor and some of the costumes that Breyer does. Like last year's for 2025, I absolutely hated. It looked so just like cheesy to me and like cheap. And this one is very like classic Christmas, like with the bow and the mistletoe around it and the plaid. And I really like the bits on the front. I think that's cute. I love this guy. I love everything about him, and I'm probably gonna get 3 of them because I'm obsessed like that. And then the final traditional that we have is Gambit, who is a sooty buckskin Appaloosa on the Newsworthy mold, the loose mane Newsworthy. And I like this mold. I'm going to put him in It's Alright because I don't love buckskins. I do like sooty buckskins better than like a yellowish buckskin. And I like his Appaloosa markings. It's very unique. And he does have a blaze, which I love that so much. He's cute. I don't like how long his mane is, and I don't like the braided version either. I wish there was like an in-between, like he had a mane length that was the same as the loose mane Bristol, where it's like super short, because realistically, if this pony was showing as a hunter or a jumper, he'd have a shorter mane like that, and him having a long mane is just not for me. But I think the coloring is great. And then we have the Freedom Series, individual horses. The first one is the Black Overo on the Harper mold, and I don't like this mold, but I love black frame Overos, so this one's gonna go in It's Alright. Then we have the Chestnut Mustang. He's gonna go in Not For Me, just because I don't love the mold. I feel like he's a little his face is kind of weird looking. I don't love Mustangs, and his chestnut color, his body color, is so nice, but I do not like the flaxen mane and tail. I feel like it makes him look so orange. I wish he had a darker mane and tail that was darker than his body, but yeah, he's there. He's just not for me. And then there's this thing is going absolutely not. I actually don't mind the mold. It's the show quarter horse, but if you look at the shading, it cuts off. It's like they missed a part of his black coat with the spray that they did for the Blue Roan. I hate it, and the Appaloosa markings look cheap, and there's nothing about this horse that I like. And then we have the Morgan, who's in Bay, and I'm going to put him in It's Alright as well. I don't love the mold, but I think the Bay coloring is really nice, and he also has a blaze, so. And then it's the Morgan, what are they saying it is? Oh, the Champagne Quarter Horse Cross, even though this is technically a Morgan mold. And I don't mind the champagne color. I honestly do like classic dark champagnes. This one is an amber champagne, so it's a little bit lighter than I'd like. But I do actually like this mold. I think it's really cute. So it's gonna go and It's Alright as well. And then finally, we have the gray Arabian mare. It doesn't look like she's flea bitten, it just looks like she's solid gray, so like basic and boring, and she has like black eyes, so she's gonna go in It's Alright solely for the mold. I might get one to paint, but I'm not sure yet, just because I'm not huge on classics. There are only like a few molds that I collect. For the, I guess, the dessert line that Breyers doing, they have Candy Delight, Unicorn and Full, Cotton Sprinkle, and Sugar Puff, which, you know, those names are cute. And I honestly, like, I saw people hating on the colors. I honestly like the colors. I think the pink and the yellow look really good together, and I like how, like, metallic and pearly they look. And it's giving more like sugar cookie to me. There's a like supposed to be strawberry lemonade, but it's really giving sugar cookie. So I'm gonna put them in It's Alright because I also love these molds. I think the mare is so beautiful, but yeah, I'm not gonna buy them. They're just not for me. And then the next one is Sapphira, who's another one on this Arabian mold, and I don't know. She's gonna go in not for me because I don't mind the mold, and I like clearware, like I said, but I do not like these colors together at all. Then we have the Winner's Circle gift set. This one is coming home with me, and it's solely for the horse because, you know, this tack is literally like plastic, and the doll is fine, but I mean, I think it's a cute set, and I like that they made the racing tack accurate to like a real racehorse, where it's not just like a random English saddle. But yeah, I mean, I love a bay thoroughbred, so. Okay, now that we're at the stablemates, the first one is the Pursuit of Happiness gift set. I do not like these whatsoever. I think they look super cheap. I honestly like all of these molds are fine to me. I think I like the Cassidy mold the best just because I painted one recently and she's super cute. But yeah, they just all look really cheap, and like I said, not the most patriotic right now with America and everything going on, so they're going in absolutely not. And then it's the individual stablemates for this year, which are coming in like individual packs, I'm guessing, which is nice, so I don't have to go hunting for one in like a blind bag. The first one is the mini semi-rearing Mustang. He's going in It's Alright. I don't like the mold in traditional or stablemate form, but it's a bay, and I love a bay, so he's going there. And then the thoroughbred is coming home with me because I conga this mold, and I'm only missing one for my complete conga, so I need this guy, obviously. I really like his gray color, and it's something different on the mold because I'm pretty sure the rest of them are either like bay or chestnut for the most part. And then it's the Tobiano Buckskin Warmblood who's going in It's Alright. I like the color, but I'm not a huge fan of the mold. I don't really think it looks like a Warmblood, honestly. It looks more like Morgan-y to me, or like that type. So yeah, I just don't love the mold, and it's long mane again. I'd probably like it if it had a short mane, but it doesn't. And then it's the Black Django, who's going in It's Alright again. I'm not like a Frisian person whatsoever, but I think the mold is really well sculpted, and I'm glad that people are finally getting a black Frisian on a Frisian mold. I don't understand why Breyer doesn't put Frisian colors on Frisian molds. I'm talking about Vermeer. Why has he not had a black regular run yet? And then the next one is the Mini Othello. He's going in Love But Won't Buy. I love his color. I think it's so cute. The Pangaea, or like flax and chestnut, whatever he's supposed to be. And I love the Othello mold in traditional scale, and I think the mini one is just as cute and nice. So yeah, he's really cute. And then the quarter horse is going in Not For Me. I like the color. I think it's really cute. I just do not like this mold whatsoever. Like I said, I'm really not a stock horse person, and I don't like how the braids, like Breyers, some of their models have braids that like just look like one long like strip of rectangle down their neck. That's the same with Newsworthy. I just think it looks so bad. And then the last two sets that we have is the Mountain Ranching gift set. This is gonna go in It's Alright for me. me, because I honestly really, like, even though I just said I don't like stock horses, I really like the reining mold, and I think that, like, standing mare is really cute too. She's just really sweet looking. I really love the reiner's color as well, and I really like the Smart Chicks color, even though I don't like that mold. And honestly, the bay rearing stallion is fine too, but, you know, it's another bay Tobiano, so it's not my favorite. And the buckskin mare is fine. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of buckskin, but the last set is the Magical Unicorn Carriage and Full set. While I do not like them, and they're going in not for me, I can appreciate that Breyer is bringing back their, like, little sets, like with the carriages and whatever, and I hope they do, like, realistic ones and not just fantasy, because I think a lot more people would like them. I think that this year has a pretty good lineup of models. I wouldn't say that I'm obsessed with any of them really, except for the Emerson. I you know, there's something for everyone, and overall it's a pretty good start to this year, and I can't wait to see what they come out for the rest of this year. And yeah, I'm hopefully planning to film a collection tour soon, and we'll be posting that. And I have some, like, gaming content maybe I'm planning on doing, just kind of seeing what I want to do with the channel, I guess. Just, you know, different things that I like. I hope you guys have had a good start to your year, and look forward to hearing what your thoughts and opinions are about these models. Bye-bye.